To here with another YouTube video for you. This one is going to be a market breakdown on XRP. I ran a poll on my Twitter, and XRP got the most votes. So I'm going to go ahead and make this video update on XRP, guys. XRP, very excited about it right now. We are basically in a massive consolidation phase here before expansion to the upside. And some of you may have seen this chart on my Twitter. I'm going to talk about this chart a little bit today. I'm also going to talk about XRP against Bitcoin and XRP against Ethereum, and why I believe that XRP will soon outperform both Ethereum and Bitcoin here in the coming months, essentially ramping up for an explosive move past 50 cents and higher. Let's jump right into it, guys. This is the USD pairing of XRP. Again, you guys may have seen this on my Twitter a few times here. And basically what I'm getting at, and what I've been trying to say over the last couple of weeks, is that this move off of our rejection of 33 cents above this region is essentially a consolidation base. We are sitting on high time frame support. This is a 3-day chart, and you can see that we are sitting on this high time frame 3-day level. There is nothing to be concerned about. Pullbacks are healthy. Consolidation precedes expansion. Expansion precedes consolidation. It's a recurring cycle that repeats again and again and again. And we can see it right here. We expanded to the upside, we consolidated, we expanded to the upside, and we're consolidating now. I have a lot of people that are asking, what's going on with XRP? Why isn't it moving? Why isn't it moving up yet? It's dead. It's not moving. Guys, many of these people are honestly just not a little bit short-sighted and not realizing that we just had a massive move to the upside from 18 cents to 33 cents. That is about I want to say an 80% move that we just had. Let me go ahead and take a look here. That is up to the highs. Yeah, that's a 73% move that we just had, guys. XRP literally a couple of weeks ago was the best performing crypto asset of all the majors and all the mid caps, beating out Bitcoin, beating out Ethereum. This happened just a couple of weeks ago, and it took about 2 weeks to do this. 2 weeks to nearly double in price. So whenever we get this sort of massive expansion, we expect periods of consolidation to sort of digest the move before the next level of expansion begins. And so while we're sitting above this high time from support, this is a time where you should be accumulating. I'm buying as much XRP as I can under 30 cents, and I've been doing that for a while, and I'll officially stop buying spot XRP once we cross 30 cents and make our move up to the 40 cent level. But right now is simply just a time to accumulate and to build your positions. I was long with a group from about 18.3 cents. We took some profits here at 32 to 33 cents, and I'm looking to reload right underneath 26 cents if I can. Right now, although I was expecting a breakout a little bit earlier, we had this break from this downtrend line. I was hoping that would be the start of our impulse. Bitcoin decided to make a correction, and when Bitcoin corrects, nothing in the market is generally immune. We usually see a market-wide dip, so it's not surprising that XRP decided to come back down one more time. But this is just another chance for you guys to get in if you weren't able to fully establish your positions, and it's nothing to be concerned about whatsoever. On the high time frame, I do think that Bitcoin might make one more leg to the downside. I'm not confident that the drop in Bitcoin is done yet until and unless we get back above 11.8K and hold above 11.8K. So with that being said, there's a chance that XRP makes one more leg lower. And I am looking to fill most of my bids back up here on 26.7 cents. That's where I'm looking to re-enter most of my leverage longs. However, if Bitcoin does make a more violent move down, maybe to around 10.5K, which is a possibility, I'm not going to say it's guaranteed, but it's a possibility that Bitcoin does make a move back down to that 10.5K major area of support, then it's possible that XRP sees a lot larger drop to the downside or a larger wick to the downside. And if that were to occur, the next area of interest is going to be this level right here. So let me go to the higher time frame. It looks a little bit more clear. It's going to be this level right here that we may see a wick to. Okay, and if you guys will notice on the lower time frames, maybe like a week ago, 2 weeks ago, we had that flash crash on Bitcoin that shook a lot of people out, and we saw this actually wick down right to this level here. This high time frame support level is instantly bought back up, but essentially we may come back down to that region. If we do, we'd expect heavy buyers to enter here, just as they did right here, and I really wouldn't expect to see us go any lower than that. But that's, again, I'm gonna fill up most of my bids higher up because I don't want to risk missing the boat waiting for 24 cents. I'll have some bids resting there in case we do visit that region, but I do think it's not super likely at this point in time. Anyways, guys, let's talk about XRP and why I think that there's an explosive move coming aside from the obvious consolidation here after a major area of expansion. And let's talk about why I've been saying this for a while, but why I think the bottom has been in. This has tricked a lot of people, guys. A lot of eliticians have been looking for an impulsive move off the lows here in XRP. We didn't get that. We got a very choppy corrective structure, and So I know a lot of eliticians right now do think that we're topping off here and we're going to come back down because this to them looks like a three-legged structure. And I don't blame them. It does look like a three-legged structure. This does look like a corrective move up. This does look like a corrective move down. However, this looks very impulsive to me, and I think that's where the key is here, guys. Also, as I've been saying for months now, the bottom is in on all alts in the rest of the market, in my opinion, so I don't see XRP getting down to 10 cents any way. Like, it just doesn't seem possible to me. I mean, of course, I can't say nothing is impossible in this market, but very, very, very unlikely. I'd say 1% chance that anything like that happens, in my opinion, as close as impossible as you can probably get. But I think what's tricked a lot of people is the move off the lows here, which happened in a corrective manner. And if you guys have seen my videos on Bitcoin, you know that I mentioned something similar, the move off of the 3.7K low that we had that crash in March on, the one equivalent to this drop here. That on Bitcoin, we moved up from it in a corrective manner. And I explained to you guys in that video that I made about how I think we're headed to 14K, that move in the corrective manner is going to trick a lot of people, but it's expected here because of the wave structure that we're in. And that despite us falling down and moving up in a corrective manner, at that time we were at 5 or 6K. I mentioned that I expect that we're headed to 14K plus, and now we're very much well on our way. And so I think that the same thing is going to be tripping up people here. They're looking for an impulsive move off the lows. For those of you who aren't very familiar with Elliott wave, an impulsive move is simply a 5-wave move that signals the start of another trend. And usually that's what eliticians are looking for off of the local lows to signal the start of a new trend. Now, what we're getting here is actually, in my opinion, an impulse that kind of started in midair. So I think our impulse actually started from this level here, and we're now starting the first major impulse of the new bull market on XRP here. And the reason that happened, in my opinion, is because this corrective structure truncated. So we got a corrective structure that truncated here because the bottom of the market was in. There simply wasn't enough bearish momentum to carry XRP back down to these lows. And so we started impulsing off of midair, and that's what's throwing a lot of people off. People normally look for an impulse off the lows, and they'd start the count as such, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But because we didn't impulse off these lows, they're thinking we must make another lower low before we get our actual impulse. But I believe that the low is in, and I believe that we're starting our impulse here. And I believe that we are currently either in the fourth wave of this first wave impulse, okay? That's the first option. Or the first wave is actually complete with a little 1 move here, a little 2, a little 3, a little 4, and an extended 5, okay? Now, typically, I would never consider a move this small of the same degree as the rest of this move, because this wave 1 is very small, quite a small wave 2, much larger wave 3, a wave 4, and then a much larger wave 5. So typically this would not be how I would count this. But what I've noticed here on a lot of coins, for example, KNC is one of them, a lot of these coins are starting off with very small impulses and in relation to the rest of the waves, and just extending dramatically. Okay, we saw one here on KNC as well, and if I take it off log scale, you can see the wave 1 is very small compared to the wave 3 and the wave 5, but it fits. This wave 4, although it looks very wacky, guys, this is a very clean and clear wave 4 triangle here. Our A wave starts off high, B wave, C wave, D wave, E wave, and then we explode for our 5th wave. And our 5th wave also has a very clean 5-wave move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with a blow off top, and now we're getting a larger flat correction here. So my point is that although I typically wouldn't count a wave 1, such a small wave 1 as a viable count, it's occurring on many other coins, and I'm seeing it on many other coins. And for that reason, I'm gonna let it go here as a possibility. Okay, so I think it's possible that this was a very small wave 1. This was a 2, extended 3rd, and then extended 5th to complete our first wave 1. Even if it's not, that just means that this was our first wave 1, this was our 2nd, this was our 3rd, this was our 4th, and this is our 5th. Bottom line, and any way you look at it, we're correcting here before another impulse to the upside. Okay, now what we're seeing on a lot of coins is we're seeing the same pattern. This adds to the confluence of why I think the bottom is in and why we're starting our first major impulse. We've seen this capitulation on many other altcoins and then the slow grind up. And what they do after that is they end up breaking above these highs, coming down and retesting, and then expanding to the upside very aggressively. One example here, OMG. We saw this on OMG. Let me go actually to another chart. Okay, so here's OMG, and if I go to log scale, you can see this very clearly. We got our capitulation drop, we expanded above the high, we came back and retested the high, and then we shot up to the upside. Let's take a look at another one. There's so many coins that are doing this, and I was pointing this out months ago when it was happening, but let's take a look at another one. Here's Verge, okay? Capitulation drop, expanded above the upside, retesting the upside, and then I expect Verge to actually explode to the upside here shortly. So great time to be bullish on XVG as well, because I expect that it's going to explode here shortly. But again, here's another one. Let's take a look at Cardano. Okay, capitulation drop, expansion of the upside, retest of the upside, and explosion to the upside. Again, off Loxley, it's a little bit more clean. Expansion, retest of this high, explosion of the upside. So what we're seeing here is something that we've seen on so many alts already, and we're now at the stage where XRP is about to break that high, right? So I'm looking for an expansion of the upside, and my initial area of resistance is going to be this 40-cent region. Then we may come down for a correction to retest these highs, and then I expect we get our major wave 3 to start, okay? And that major wave 3 is going to be larger than the major wave 1, okay? At the bare minimum, we look for a 1.618 extension of the wave 1. So if we go ahead and take our fib extension tool, we can kind of estimate where we'd expect this to go. But if I go ahead and take this fib extension tool, assuming that our wave 1 ends at 40 cents here, okay? And then we correct back down to retest these highs, we'd expect our wave 3 to travel at the bare minimum to 67 cents, okay? That's a massive move. That's double what we're at right now. It's a 100% move from where we are right now. And that's going to be our wave 3 at the bare minimum, right? So we're getting ready for what is essentially going to be a parabolic move, similar to what we saw in Bitcoin off of the 3K lows when it had its first impulse. And I can show you guys that right here. It was a very clean impulse on Bitcoin. This was my chart from a while ago, but right over here was our impulse on Bitcoin, the equivalent to what we're going to see here on XRP here in the coming months, basically. We had our wave 1 here, our wave 2, 3, 4, and 5 with a blow off top. Our wave 3 was subdivided very cleanly with another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave move. So that's how we're confident it's wave 3. A nice running flat for the wave 4, and then our 5th wave blow off top. So this was Bitcoin's first major wave 1 from 3K to 14K, very explosive move. And basically that's what I expect that we're seeing here now on XRP, or in the first stages of it at least. This is our first major wave 1 that we're working on right now. Similar to the move off 3.1K for Bitcoin, then our major wave, our major wave 2, then our major wave 3, our 4, and our 5. And again, 67 cents being the bare minimum for the wave 3, okay? Could definitely go further than that. Then we get some consolidation for the 4th, and then our 5th wave, which should be like a blow off top where we essentially go parabolic that could push us up to about $1. We'll have to wait and see. But basically, XRP is getting ready for a very explosive move. And basically, again, as I said, I'm accumulating all I can underneath 30 cents. And if we get a wick down to 24 cents, that's the bonus. I'm not sure if that's going to happen. But right now is not a time to be freaking out about why XRP isn't moving, guys. The only reason it's not moving is because it's gearing up for an explosive move to the upside. Now, to add weight to this argument, we examined the USD chart and it looks great. But what really brings this argument home and what makes me really excited here is looking at the BTC pairing and the Ethereum pairing. Because if you look at those two pairings and you add those into the equation, they really show us that right now is the best time to be in XRP over Bitcoin. It's the best time to be in XRP over Ethereum. So we take a look at XRP Ethereum. We'll take a look at actually XRP BTC first, and then we'll move on to XRP Ethereum. But basically what it's showing me is that XRP is about to have a mega run over the next couple of months, and it's going to wipe the floor with Bitcoin and Ethereum both. So I mentioned about a week ago, it's a good time to be in XRP over Ethereum. Put your bias aside, look at the charts, see what they're telling you, and make that switch if you're trading at least. Not necessarily if you're doing long-term holds, that's a different equation altogether. But let's take a look at XRPBTC to start, and this is why I'm so confident in XRP's impending explosive move here. So this is XRPBTC, and I've had this level marked off for literally months. This has been my buy zone for a very long time. I've posted it all over Twitter months ago that I'm looking to buy in this blue region. This is 15,000 Satoshis up to 1500 to 2200 Satoshis is the buy region. We dipped into it, and we've now actually reclaimed this key low, okay? So this is the start of our move to the upside, in my opinion. The bottom was in here at 1800 Satoshis. We had this low that we tested as support twice. We lost it, and now we've reclaimed it, and we're reestablishing it as support before we rip to the upside. My first target for the XRP BTC pairing is going to be at about 4,000 Satoshis, right about here, okay? This is where I'm targeting for now. Let me go a little bit lower, right there. And the only thing that's stopping us from reaching this target right now is getting above this weekly supply. So what I'm looking for right now is some further consolidation here. And then as the USD pairing explodes up to 40 cents, I expect that we break this level and then flip this to support, and then we run up to 4,000 Satoshis, okay? So what this tells us, whenever this chart is moving to the upside, it tells us that XRP is outperforming Bitcoin, or that XRP is increasing at a faster rate than Bitcoin against the dollar. And this level is so significant because it's the same level that led to our explosive move in 2017 that led to all-time highs on XRP against Bitcoin. And what I'm expecting here, guys, is that we've essentially put in our bottom and we're getting ready to basically retrace and make a major move to the upside and regain tons of ground against BTC. And it all makes sense considering where XRP is against the dollar. We've seen that XRP is starting its first impulse wave of a major 5-wave move to the upside that could take us to $1. So it makes sense that XRP will appreciate against Bitcoin over the next couple of months. So this looks great to me, guys. And as long as we hold this dotted green line at about 2,300 sats, there's nothing but upside here for XRP. And we're going to get confirmation on that when we clear this weekly level that we're currently consolidating under. But this is a crystal clear flip of support after capitulation drop down right into our major area of demand. This is huge, guys. I have no doubt in my mind that XRP will be outperforming Bitcoin in the coming months. Now, some of you may be saying, okay, that's great, but every alt is outperforming Bitcoin right now because it's moving sideways. XRP is nothing special. Well, guys, we all know that Ethereum leads the altcoin market and that Ethereum has been pumping quite steadily over the last couple of months. Let's take a look at the XRP Ethereum chart. We know that XRP is probably going to outperform against the dollar. We know that XRP, not probably against the dollar, most likely, probably against the dollar. We know that XRP is most likely going to outperform against Bitcoin in the coming months. How's it going to shape up against Ethereum? So guys, here's the XRP Ethereum chart. I've used this chart because it has the most price history. If we go to the monthly chart, we can see that just like Bitcoin, we have reached a key area of demand that goes all the way back to December of 2017, the same area that we have on the Bitcoin chart. This is the key area that we exploded off of and made a very strong push to the upside against Ethereum on, and we've now revisited that region. We're now sitting right inside of that region once again, okay? Now, there's a couple of key levels above us that we really need to get above, but this essentially is what I believe the bottom will be at right here where we're at now. And I think that we may consolidate. We won't necessarily ramp up as fast as we will in Bitcoin on this chart because we do have heavy resistance right above us, but I expect that we do establish this as a low and then consolidate this region and slowly break these levels to the upside. Let's take a look at the weekly chart. And we can see that there's these two key areas of weekly resistance, right? This first one acted as support once, it acted as support twice. We got a little push off of it, but then we fell through it. We fell through it right to our next area of demand that acted as support once, retested this area that was prior support that now became resistance, could not get past it, and so then we fell even lower, and then we ended up losing the support, and now we're in the major monthly demand region, which is where I think we bottom, okay? Now, initially, earlier, I was looking for us to ramp up off of this level and hopefully break through this level, and I mentioned that we need to reclaim this level to get confirmation, and we never did, so we continue to fall, but now we're at monthly demand, and this is the most important level on this entire chart, and I do think that we're going to move up from here. What I'll be looking for, guys, on the XRP Ethereum chart is I'll be looking for a move back above this level. I want to see us establish this level as support, and then I want to take back this level. And once we take back this level, then it's clear skies to the upside. We'll probably push up to about this region here, and then we'll have to see where we go from there. But I'd like to see us continue up and essentially make higher highs here and break these highs that we saw for the last coming years, right? But the point is that as long as, again, just like Bitcoin, as long as XRP is moving up on this chart, it means it's outperforming Ethereum, okay? So as long as XRP is pushing up here, it's going to be performing better than Ethereum. And I want to show you guys one more thing that's super significant here. Let's take a look at RSI. RSI is a key indicator of momentum, and we look for these divergences to indicate when we may be seeing a reversal. So as you guys can see, we've been making lower lows on this chart for a while now. Starting from this low here, we made a lower low, then we made another lower low, and we made a final lower low right here, okay? However, RSI during this entire time has been making higher lows. Starting from this low right here, this low right here on RSI corresponds to low on price. And from that low, we made a higher low, okay, to this low right here. And from that low, from this low to this low, we made another higher low on RSI. And from this low to this low, we made another higher low on RSI. So what this tells us is that bearish momentum on our side here is shifting. It's dwindling. We're losing the bearish momentum and we're starting to start a reversal to the upside. And that makes total sense because where are we, guys? We're sitting in the major monthly demand. That is a key level where buyers are expected to step in. So not only are we sitting on the most significant support in this entire chart, but we're also seeing bullish divergences here on the XRP Ethereum pairing. Strong bullish divergences across the board. So reversal is due. Now the key is, can we get past this level? And I think that we will. And when we do get past this level, when we reestablish it as support, I expect that we consolidate here before breaking through. And that's when the real fun is going to begin. But with the way that we're with the way that the chart is looking now, I'd expect XRP to outperform Ethereum here in the coming weeks and the coming months. So we know that XRP will likely outperform the dollar. We know that XRP will likely outperform Bitcoin. We know that XRP is likely going to outperform Ethereum in the coming months. And we're literally just getting started here, guys. Some of you may say, that's not going to happen. Ethereum's ready to go. Ethereum's pumping like mad. It's going to be at $700 next month. There's no way that XRP outperforms Ethereum. Let's take a quick look at the Ethereum chart. Although this video is not specifically for Ethereum or for analysis on Ethereum, I want to take a quick look at the chart to explain to you guys why I think that Ethereum may need to cool off a little bit here, okay? So we're going to go to the weekly chart here on Ethereum, and this is going to tie back into why I think XRP will outperform. We're going to go to the weekly chart here on Ethereum, and there's a couple of key levels. This is a very significant level. Acted as resistance, flipped it to support, led to our parabolic move, retested as support, didn't hold, broke down, retested as resistance, and now we actually close back above it. So that's great. However, there's another key level in this chart that a lot of people seem to be ignoring, and it's why I also called for a short-term dip on Ethereum on my Twitter when we were at around 440. I mentioned if you wait a little, you'll probably get a discount on Ethereum at 440. A lot of people were in disbelief. They said, no way, it's not going to happen. There's no reason for Ethereum to pull back. We're currently sitting at 390, and I expect us to drop down to at least 360. But the reason that I said that, guys, is because there's another very important level on the chart, again, that many people seem to be ignoring, and that is this level right here. Okay, and this level is a very key area of resistance on the chart. This level right here, okay? And the reason that I say this level is so significant is because if we look at the chart here, we can see that it's this level, this consolidation, that preceded the breakdown, the capitulation that we saw in Ethereum that took us from $470 all the way down to $80. This is the level where selling started aggressively. This is essentially Bitcoin's 6K capitulation level, but it's on Ethereum. And guess where we're at right now, guys? We're below it. We're not above it yet, okay? So before getting too excited about Ethereum, I want to get back above this level at about 460, 470, and that's when we're really off to the races to 700 plus. But until we get above there, we have to be a little bit cautious, okay? And we can't be jumping into longs at 440. Those who were paying attention over the last couple of weeks learned that when we saw this retracement. But what I'm getting at here is we have a series of lower highs, higher lows that culminated in this region right here, and we broke down. So until this level is reclaimed, we have to be a little bit cautious. And I don't think that means that Ethereum is going to fall back down in any major way. We have tons of support below us, and we did close over a major resistance region that should now act as support. So although we do have resistance right above us at 460 to 470, we also have major support between 360 to 400 as well. And that support kind of extends all the way down to $300, okay? So major support all the way down in this region, and in the same way that we marked off where we broke down from, I can mark off where we broke up from, okay? And that's going to be a major area of support. Let me go ahead and show you guys that. So this entire region on Ethereum down to $330 is major support. So I don't think we go much lower than that. But what I do think is possible is I do think that Ethereum could cool its engines here and consolidate for a bit before actually breaking through this level. And if XRP is cooling its engines, while XRP is going up, it means that XRP Ethereum is going to go up. So it's all supported. And this is why I think that XRP is going to be outperforming Ethereum here. Not because Ethereum is going to be making a major dump, but because it's time for Ethereum to take a little bit of a break after this major acceleration of the upside from 230. We had a massive rise. As you guys know, expansion precedes consolidation. Consolidation precedes expansion. We've now seen expansion. We'd expect some consolidation before we break this major resistance and then continue to the upside. So it won't surprise me if Ethereum cools off a little bit and XRP takes the spotlight. So guys, this is exactly why I'm so bullish on XRP right now. I'm going to go back to the XRP USD chart and put it all together, guys. We have XRP having put in a major low. We have XRP showing signs of a first major impulse off the lows, and we have XRP consolidating before the next major leg, okay? We have XRP against Bitcoin, all right, in a major demand zone having just reclaimed a major support level. We have XRP against Ethereum, okay, forming major bullish divergences on the high time frame and sitting in an area of monthly demand that preceded our parabolic run in 2017. In every way that you look at XRP right now, whether it's against the USD pairing, whether it's against the Bitcoin pairing, whether it's against the Ethereum pairing, it is primed. It is primed to do nothing but go up from here, guys. I can't stress this enough. This is the time where you guys should be loading up your XRP bags. There's no better time to do so while we're under 30 cents. Because once we push up to 40 cents, we may come back and retest 32 to 33 cents. But after that, guys, you know what's going to follow. It's going to be a major aggressive move to the upside where we start clearing these highs. We're going to make our first higher high above 34 cents here, retest it, and then we're just going to go absolutely crazy to the upside, and it's going to be something similar to what we saw in Bitcoin with its rise from 3K to 14K. We're going to get barely any pullbacks. It's just going to be constant pushes to the upside. People are going to be wondering when we're pulling back. Everyone that hated XRP is all of a sudden going to love it, okay? And the best part is that we're going to be positioned before all of them to take advantage of the massive upside. So, guys, don't lose hope on XRP right now. Don't get impatient. Don't let this consolidation fool you. We're sitting above major resistance, and we're just getting ready for the next major move. The longer it takes, the better, because the longer the expansion, the longer the consolidation, the greater expansion. So I urge you guys, do not lose sight of the big picture. XRP is literally getting ready to blast off, and at the bare minimum, what we'd expect to see from current levels is going to be a 35% move just to get started, okay? If we get past this level, if for some reason and somehow we end up blowing past this level and it doesn't act as a major resistance on the way up, we could accelerate very, very quickly. Do not forget the time that XRP went from 27 cents up to 80 cents in literally, it was like 3 days, okay? Don't forget that kind of stuff, because it's very possible that something like that can happen again. Don't discount it on XRP. XRP is known to have those kind of massive pumps, and the way that it's looking against all of the major pairings, I would not be surprised if we see something like that here in the coming day. I wanted to bring your attention to 2 more videos that I've made in the recent days about XRP. If you enjoyed this one, you're really going to want to check these out. The first one talks about why XRP lagging makes me more bullish. It talks about the psychology behind what I'm expecting to be a very rapid ascension to the upside in the coming months. You can understand why we'd expect price to accelerate much more rapidly than anyone could really anticipate. I talk about that in this video right here. And then the second video is going to be top Ripple and XRP FUD debunked. I talk about maybe about 5 or 6 of the main topics of FUD that are spread about XRP and the reality of the situation. I'm going to put the links to the first video at the end of this video. It's going to pop up, and then the second video will pop up from there if you guys are interested. But definitely check those out if you guys are fans of XRP. And yeah, stay tuned, guys.